drinking tea, that's very Irish. So as part of my video tutorials, I also said I was going to just do little bits about my travels. Having just gotten off a ship that literally travelled around the world in 4 months. I worked with 1,200 crew. We had usually around 2,600 passengers, so there was a lot of people. Out of the crew, there was about maybe, out of the 1,200 crew, there was about somewhere between 6 and 10 Irish at any one time. There was always rotations. And for the passengers, I think we had an average of maybe 50 to 70 Irish on the cruises. Sometimes a little less, sometimes a little more. This particular video is just kind of my take on what is meant to me being Irish as I'm travelling and working with a lot of different nationalities and working in a lot of different places around the world. I always got a great response from people from all over the world, whether they were crew or passengers, when they found out I was Irish. And I loved it. It's great. It makes you even more proud. I think the more you travel, the more proud you are of where you come from, and the more people you meet, the more Irish you feel, I think. The most responses you would get for saying you were Irish was, oh, it's a beautiful country and beautiful people. Top of the morning to you, with their worst leprechaun accent that you ever did hear. But yes, that was a regular occurrence. I think my favourite response was when I told somebody, or when somebody realised I was Irish, and he just turned around and he was like, "Which comes to talk to?" And he was from India. So I was very taken aback, very impressed. And it turns out he travels a good bit, and when he meets somebody from a new country, a new culture, he tries to learn how to say hello, how are you, goodbye and thank you in each language, which I think is amazing, and how he retains all that information is beyond me. I know that Florence from Next Stop Who Knows wrote an article recently. I was reading it, and she said that one of the common responses to her was, "Oh, you're Irish, so you must be able to sing and dance." Now, I don't think I've gotten that response, but I always get the, "Oh, do you speak Irish? Speak some Irish." And then there's crickets. I know a little bit of Irish. I know as much as everybody else did growing up and going to school. As the other video says, Quid J and Quid B. But I draw a complete blank. I can't even think. I mean, Uscal an Doras is probably the most that I have gotten, or I'll end up remembering that stupid poem on that ad for beer or something, where it's like Scammel sa spare, agus an Coca Millish, and they totally embellish totally random words of Irish. Other responses would be, yes, I'm Irish too, but it would be more they have Irish ancestry, so they might have great grandparents. I want one poor gentleman, when he turned around one day after talking to me, and he asked me, "Well, so what part of the UK are you from?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm Irish." And he nearly jumped across the counter to kiss me and to say sorry, that he didn't realise I was Irish, and that he was Irish too, that his great-great-grandfather was from Ireland. I'm not sure where, but that was a common response. A lot of people have a lot of family ancestry in Ireland. A lot. I know I got told by my colleagues that I sounded extremely Irish when I got annoyed or swore, which never happened very often, honestly. See? I wouldn't lie. I also found that certain things that I said that I would have presumed were just general English statements. Like, what do you like? When somebody would say something a little bit, or do something a little bit silly. I got some funny looks from people when I said that. What do I like? What do you mean? But I would always say, "What do you like?" And I didn't realise how Irish it was until, like I said, I got looked at like I had 10 heads. I'm trying to think what other ones that I said that people... Oh, making a holy show of yourself. That one definitely was confusing for people. And especially if you really put it on thick and good. You're making a holy show of yourself. Or don't make a holy show of yourself. So for you, what is the best responses that you've gotten from people when you said you're Irish? If you like this video, please like it and subscribe and tune in for more